Okay, we're rolling. Finally. Oh my God. I was in a great mood after that Canes win, and then my computer for about 40 minutes wouldn't boot up, so that's why this is coming out literally, I think, probably 2.5 hours after the game ended because I had computer problems and stuff. But enough about that. Let's get into the hockey. Svechnikov is good at the hockey. I love Andrei Svechnikov. Svechnikov is player of the game. Okay, I'm gonna get it out of the way right away. There's no point in building any tension with who was player of the game this season because Svechnikov probably played the best game by a Carolina Hurricane. That's not a goalie getting a shutout. Since the beginning of the season, he was throwing hits. He got a goal. He won the shootout overtime winner. He just did everything tonight. This was Svechnikov's hockey game, and we needed him because, I'm not going to blame Jacob Slavin. I'm not going to really blame anybody. We had three rusty important players coming into the lineup, and you know what? Kudos to them. I actually thought Fogel, Teravainen, and especially Slavin were getting better as the game went on. They were already improving as the game went on. Once they got playing in the game, they started playing absolutely phenomenal. But to touch on, because I thought this was a good game all around, and I think fatigue was a little bit considering the Hurricanes' best defenseman and one of their best wingers, and two important depth pieces were playing their first hockey game in, I think, 10 days. So it's a little more excusable this game. Once again, Carolina struggled to hold on to a lead. They were good at getting the lead. They outplayed Chicago most of the game. I think there were weak points in the game, but Carolina's got to do a better job of protecting leads. They've given up. This 5 game winning streak has been phenomenal. Okay, this is some of the best hockey I've seen the Hurricanes play. I wouldn't say in a long time because the Hurricanes are all of a sudden really good at hockey, but this has been insanely good hockey the Hurricanes are playing. But there's always room to improve. No team is perfect unless you're lifting the cup up. Is that Carolina's got to do a better job of protecting leads. They gave up 2 leads against Chicago, who was a weaker team. Last night against Dallas, they also gave Dallas a point. I want those wins in regulation. They're all divisional matchups. Carolina's got to win more games in regulation. They've let 2 teams that they've outplayed force a game into overtime. Now, granted, Carolina still won. They got the 2 points. That is very important for hockey. So for the standings overall, the fact that they're getting those 2 points early when the wins are easier to come by. Wins are easier to come by right now. So right now, I'm not worried about where they are in the standings. Right now, it's just win, win, win. And right now, the Hurricanes are doing that. But if the Hurricanes want to win that cup, which is what I want, I think this year is a year Carolina can start looking at the cup. Next year or the year after that, I think is cup or bust. So I think Carolina's approaching the point where they want to win Stanley Cups. That's what I'm shooting for. I want to see Brind'Amour get a second ring, and then the Hockey Hall of Fame has to put him in there because he deserves it. Daddy Brind'Amour deserves a Hall of Fame hockey spot. But so back to the regular game and the just regular game instead of broad picture. I thought Slavin got better as the game went on. I don't think Slavin started out good, but by not playing good, I mean he made mistakes. He had the turnover that turned into a goal. I thought Mrazek played pretty good. I wouldn't say he played great, but I think Mrazek for the beginning of the season actually has been a pretty good, like dare I say, starting goaltender for the Carolina Hurricanes. I thought not Mrazek, Reimer, has been playing really well goaltending. He's been proving me wrong. I like when players I doubt prove me wrong. It is honestly, there is nothing better than when the Dougie Hamilton trade worked out in Carolina's favor. So seeing James Reimer play pretty well when I said that that was going to be, I don't know if Carolina's got Stanley Cup goaltending. Right now this season, he's been proving me wrong. Mrazek, for the games he's been in, has been proving me wrong. The goaltending for Carolina has been solid. I think 3 goals were a little too much, but you can't blame the end of the period goal on him. That honestly, I love Jacob Slavin to death. I'm wearing his jersey. That goal was on him, but he's rusty, so I'm not going to be as hard on a guy for making a mistake when they had COVID. He had COVID. Like we don't know how sick he got, so there could be lung issues. Like there could be definite fatigue among some of those players. And I thought Teravainen had a good game. Also, Trocheck, I cannot believe I have not mentioned Trocheck. Trocheck has been really finding his groove in the system. I thought Trocheck was just good in the playoffs and playing. I thought he was just good. He's playing great hockey. Like Trocheck is more than good right now. He's playing great. Jordan Staal also. Jordan Staal, I was like Jordan Staal again proving me wrong. I didn't think Jordan Staal was worth $5 or $6 million. I think he gets paid $5 million. Someone in the comments correct me if I'm wrong. But Jordan Staal, I think, is proving right now in this game. I'm gonna knock on wood because I don't want to jinx it. But Jordan Staal right now has been playing $5 million hockey, especially this season. I think Carolina's center depth right now, which used to be, I think, a weak point. I think Carolina used to have the stronger wing core. Now I think Carolina has a stronger wing core. Granted, I will say, even though Nino Niederreiter hasn't had a goal since in a couple games, he's been working hard. Like you can't really ask much more out of a player if they're working hard. If you see the effort is there and they're not scoring, I mean that's hockey sometimes, man. I was all effort, no scoring when I played hockey. So, yeah, I mean, just an all around solid game. It was against Chicago. I think if we're playing a better team than Chicago, probably not winning that hockey game because you got to protect your lead. And if you can't protect the lead against Chicago, but I'm not as worried about it this game as I was last game because I think with Carolina, they were playing with fatigued players. So you got to be more lenient when players are coming back from an illness. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the game. Now, if you guys like the content I'm producing on the channel, you can like it or subscribe. And also comment down below, what did you guys think of the game? Now, I had a discussion with a guy in my last video about me criticizing the Hurricanes. You know, I love that dialogue talking about Canes hockey. Now, given how late it is and I got to get up at 6:30 in the morning, I don't know if I'll be able to reply to him until tomorrow, but I love talking about Canes hockey. That's the point of this channel, man. I like when people comment, even if you want to comment you're an idiot with you're a poo-poo head idiot. Feel right ahead. You know, I like having dialogue about hockey. That's why I created this channel. None of my friends watch hockey because they're a bunch of hosers, and I like getting that dialogue and I like seeing that dialogue after last game. I don't think I'll get as many views because I'm uploading it at a later time. Thanks, technology. But yeah, comment down below what you guys thought of the game because I'll be replying to the comments. And I'll see you guys on Thursday. I'm remembering to check now. I'm getting on when the Hurricanes' next games are. I'm starting to think ahead here in Chicago again. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.